Mom and dad are downsizing to something more manageable, and there are many discussions that need to be made. The question comes up, do I stay or do I go?
Deb Clark, a real estate agent at Berkshire Hathaway Homeservices Premier Properties, is here to talk us through the process and figure out what's next. Deb, welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So why are some senior citizens staying in their homes when they might be better if they were to move?
Well, for those senior citizens, and I'm one of them, it's fear. That's the driving force there. It's fear of change and going from the familiar to the unfamiliar, the emotional detachment of the home, attachment, because they've been in that home 30 plus years. Mm-hmm. There's downsizing, and you think of, well, I've got to sort, I've got to get rid of these things, and what about my treasured possessions? Well, it's that 80-20 thing. You can keep 20% of it, and really, if your kids don't want it, get rid of it, because it's just stuff. It's just stuff. And, you know, it's the emotional attachment to the home. And, you know, you can worry about, well, do I have the finances? What's my house worth? Well, that's where I come in. Can I take my pet? And you can worry and stress over these things, and worry, you know, it's like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere.
Right.
So you can worry all you want.
So what are some of the things that maybe you yourself or you tell other people that they should consider when they're thinking of moving? Okay,
it's like maintenance. I don't want to do the maintenance anymore. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden it's like, you look outside and you go, I don't want to do that snow anymore. I don't want the upkeep. I don't want the expense. There's health reasons. Maybe you want to be closer to medical facilities, shopping, finances again, and really you want to make that decision while it's your decision to make. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't make that decision, someone's going to make it for you, and you might not like that. So.
I think once you do it, I mean, my grandparents did this recently. Now they're so happy that they finally did it. So person finally gets over those fears, they decide they want to move, what's next?
Yeah, and I've done this for 30 years, so and being a senior citizen, I'm looking at these things myself. And when it's, most of us are, well, from the article in the paper on Sunday, there's a lot of us, and it's women, that have lost their spouses, or divorced, or life got in the way, and, you know, things didn't turn out the way you wanted them to. And when you do move, I've never met anyone that didn't say, I wish I'd done this sooner. Mm-hmm. So I think you need to have a little talk with yourself. Where do I see myself from this day forward in the next 5, 10, 15 years? Because, come on, you know, we've got a lot of living to do. Yeah. And life does not end, it just changes a little bit. Yeah. And there's also a real big factor is loneliness. You know, you want companionship. If you want to sit in that rocking chair and look out that window for the next 20 years, well, go ahead. But, you know, your kids want you to be safe, secure, happy. That's what they want. And the best thing you can do is downsize, get rid of that 80%, kick that rocking chair to the curb, and move on.
Yeah, and sometimes you learn that you then become a part of a whole new community. So
exactly.
It's nice that they have someone like you who can relate to things. So how can they get in touch with you?
Oh, you can call me at Berkshire Hathaway Homeservices Premier Properties at 356-3600. My cell is 238-5468.
Great stuff, Deb. Thank you.
Thank you.